Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I brought in these Chinese privet. These were all cuttings that I took off a tree I had a few years back. The actual tree itself died. I don't know what happened to it, just died. But all the cuttings that I took survived. I have 3 here, I have another one here, and I have a couple more in the shed. So I'm just going to work on this first. I think we can probably take this away now and maybe bring the soil down to hopefully pot level. Anybody didn't see the video on this, I just had these 3, they're Chinese god statues that I got from a car boot sale. So I kind of put the 3 of them in a triangular kind of thing standing, and then I wired the trees onto them, and what I'm hoping is eventually it'll end up as one kind of solid mass of roots entwining the 3 statues together. The only thing else I didn't do was I probably should have put the 3 statues onto a kind of a base, because they're going to be, well, I suppose eventually the roots will hold them together, but until that time comes. Now I did intertwine some roots from one to the other and things like that, so eventually hopefully they will all stuck together. So you can see the 3 of them there. Trees all seem pretty solid on them, so I'm just going to bring the soil down a bit and we'll have a look. So, see what we got to work with. Tree up top of 2 is getting a bit long, some of the branches, so I can prune some of these back as well. If you really want the roots to grow, could leave this grow, I'll just let it grow wild and get the roots growing a lot quicker and stuff, but I'm in no hurry and I don't want to get too big that crowding everything else out. At the moment it's still in my shed. Hopefully I'll be able to bring all my trees out of the shed soon. The weather picks up. So by doing this, all these light skinny little ones will die off, just keeping the strength going into the lower ones, the stronger ones that are going down into the soil. See that root there now is going from this one, it's going down around the back of it and coming over to this one and presumably wrapping around this one somewhere down below. So that's what I'm hoping for, that they all intertwine with each other. Okay, so I think that's probably enough for now. It's got it down to soil level. So we'll just let that keep growing now another bit, like that. And like I said, I will just prune down some of these a little bit. They're getting a bit leggy. You can see some of these are getting pretty. Just take them back to it. Go. got some spider web there. Might give them a spray in as well. Always put them back in. I can't see anything on it. There's a few webs, but I can't see any insects as such on it. This will just help with the ramification of them. And like I said, stop it blocking out too much light. So we won't do any major branch structural work as such. Just put it lightly pruning back like that. Okay, so I think that's okay like that. We'll just leave that now as is. Let it keep growing again like that. Soon it'll be coming outside, and I expect when it goes outside it'll really take off. And being in the shed is probably not ideal for them, but I won't bring them out until I know the weather's picked up. The trees are all good and solid now on the statues. Okay, so we'll put that one to one side and we'll bring up the next one. And I'll just move this as well. There's space in here now. Let's put it down there for a minute. I'll have a look at this guy. This is just a little one bit of fun. I had one of these left over, so I just planted him on this little skeleton sitting at his work desk. He's obviously passed away and the tree is just taken over. This lower branch is probably a bit low, so we'll probably take that off altogether. This one here is coming up, we'll get rid of that one. This guy, I think we can reduce that one. Do I want it to join up to the top? If I was to take away this one here, we do have 3 branches here together, so maybe I'll take out this one and we'll leave this one so it's just like splits off here and creates 2 trunks. So I'll just bring this up to here like that. I'll just reduce this one back a bit. We've got again 3 branches here. I'll take out the middle one maybe. Like that. I'll just reduce these back a little bit. Maybe I'll just leave this one grow a little bit more as well. Maybe just take the tip off it. This branch is kind of coming towards you, so maybe I will reduce that back. I might end up coming off altogether at some stage. I think this one could be reduced back as well. I think I will take that one back to there. Okay, so that's just that little fella. I could lift him a little bit out of the pot as well, but I think for the sake of it we'll just leave him for another while. When he goes outside maybe we'll do it then, but it seems to be growing well. Roots are growing well over top of him, so I'd say it's looking happy, but it's not really happy. Okay, so my next tree is going to be my dwarf schaflera. This guy, I wired these branches just out a little bit, so I can probably take off this wire now. I'd say it's done its job. Well, I'm going to snip it off rather than trying to unbend it, because I end up breaking the branches. So I'll just snip the wire. cutting in. Just starting to scar the trunk there a little bit, so we're kind of on time with this. Okay, so that's them. This way, which is just pulling this one down a little bit, the front. I can probably take that off because it was all growing very tight together. It's just one of these little ones you buy in supermarkets and things, and it was very tightly growing together. So yeah, that seems to be okay. Get rid of that weed. Now again, we'll give this a little bit of a pruning. Take off some of these bigger leaves. Just to again create a bit more light and air into the tree. This one I think I can take back quite a bit. I think this one could come back to here. And this one up here, we could probably reduce that one back as well. And this one we can reduce back. And this one will reduce back. Just to bring the tree down a bit in height. Okay, that's brought it down a bit. Now I'll take out some of these inner-facing leaves. Anyway, they're kind of interfering with each other. We'll just nip them off. Get rid of. Now these branches here are probably a little bit long, although it's starting to take a bit of a shape. Maybe take that one off the top. Starting to get a bit of a nice shape to it, so maybe they're okay for now. We'll keep them going, let them thicken up anyway. Front wise, it's either going to be that or that, just because the tree is quite two-dimensional. That's why I was kind of wiring these out to bring them all, spread them out a bit. Yeah, so I'm not too sure which way. I think this is my front. So yeah, I think that one is okay. Just break off the top of the soil a bit. It's getting a bit of algae and moss going on it. Just take that off a little bit and put just a layer of fresh soil on it. Just miss this one a bit long. I think we could reduce this one a bit. Just put a thin layer of my fine stuff. Clean it up a bit. Got some nice colours. This part's actually a little tray. It has little handles in it. It's like a handmade tray that somebody's made, but there's some nice kind of colours in it. I just had to put a bit of mesh across the hole, stop the soil coming out, but it's a nice little thing. Okay, so I think that one's pretty much done. That one will be okay for another while. And again, once it goes outside, it'll probably grow a lot better. So I'll move that one up the way and bring up the last one, which is my schaflera root over rock. So this is not a dwarf one, this is just an ordinary schaflera, and as you can see it's kind of taking off. So again I'm going to just get rid of all the long leaves, let a bit of light in, a lot of new leaves growing, so we let them take over now and strengthen up before we put it outside. I didn't want to do this and then put it outside. I want to kind of get a fresh, new, strong set of leaves growing first. Don't know if it makes any difference, but just get rid of all these older ones, or most of them anyway, like that. Structural wise, I think it's kind of okay for now. Everything's kind of alright. One thing I do need to do is give it a weeding. As you can see, it's full of weeds. It's kind of, this one's kind of at the back of the shed, so I can't really reach it. So we're just getting watered from a distance. Now I did put this mossness around to see if I could get more roots growing out the bottom of these bigger roots, so we'll have a look, see if that's working. Got a little grub in there, I think. Yeah. Give it him. Peel this back now, soil up and around, just try and encourage more roots. Yeah, there's one there now, it's grown two there in fact. It's growing off that one. This one has a few new ones going down, so that one, this one as far as I can remember was just chopped dead there, but it's sent down a load of new roots now, so that's good, we'll rescue that root. Got a few more over here. So I think when you're doing this, you've got to now and again take it off the moss and stuff, otherwise the roots end up growing out into your moss and then they're not growing down into the soil. They're just filling your moss with soil, with roots. So you just take it off, like these ones here now, which are growing out, which would be no good, coming out this way. So now I can push them back in. Now I've got taken away the soil, and we can fill it in again. I always like to get the, when I'm wrapping trees or putting root over rocks or anything like that, I always like to get the soil off as soon as I can. A lot of people leave it for a long time, but I prefer to get it off as soon as I can, so the roots can have to grow down and not keep growing into the moss and stuff. These stronger ones now will keep growing. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of fresh moss now around there, just kind of spraying the moss just until it's time to put them out. When they're outside, then by the time they go outside, I could probably take it off now completely, but for the sake of it, for the next couple of weeks or whatever it's going to be, I'll just put another little bit on, just to keep the moisture on them fresh roots. So now we'll do the soaking and take it out. they'll just hold enough moisture now. But now we've got the roots, instead of growing out this way, we've got them pushed back in, so now they can keep growing downwards. Okay, so we've sorted out a few trees today. 4 trees, is it? Yeah, 4 trees. Did a little bit more sorting, and like I said, hopefully these can all go outside in the next few weeks, a month or so. And once they get outside, then they start to grow a lot better and stronger when they got a bit more air on them. Less chance of bugs and things as well when they're outdoors. When they're inside, they're kind of prone to different things, and they're so touching each other, they're so packed in, they pass from one to the other. So we will call this one done. We'll put all these, we'll take them out, give them a good water, and then we'll put them back in the shed. So as always guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.